Beirut's a very stimulating place to see. It's got old versus new. There's a lot of change, but there's a lot of things that are the same. There are many things there that precede its war, and there's many amazing things that have arisen since that war. It's a place that sometimes looks suave and debonair, and other times it's crude and it's primitive. It's a place that can have a tremendous beauty, but it can be repulsive. It's exemplified by the stunning Four Seasons Hotel and the bombed-out Holiday Inn still standing there. There are amazing modern high-rises, and yet there are excavations of Phoenician ruins going on. You see religion everywhere, and yet it's a secular city. There are Christians of many different faiths and Muslims, and a lot of different things in between. Baalbek and the Bekaa, it's a must. Amazing, sprawling Roman ruins, followed by ruins from subsequent eras, but it's in various stages of restoration, but just the vast array of material is mind-blowing. The Bekaa is interesting to see, not aesthetically pleasing. Hezbollah is ultra-low profile. Of course, pay attention to the newspapers or however you get information. We also went over to Anjar and checked out the best preserved Umayyad site in the world. The Bekaa has literally scores of Syrian refugee camps. Food is a really important reason to visit Lebanon. It is pretty amazing and pretty eclectic. It is not a deep, widely varied cuisine such as one might find available in New York or London, but if you have an affinity for foods of that part of the world made from fantastic ingredients, this place has a strong endorsement from me. Certainly a high point of the trip was visiting the Cliff House in Shemlan, which had been rebuilt after the war by the same family that owned it, relatives of the Hiddies. Pretty fantastic experience, and I was treated amazingly well. I even got to see Skandar Hiddi, whom you will see in these pictures. I've been to an amazing local bar down in Beirut called the Dragonfly. We went to wineries out in the Bekaa. We saw Arak storage. We had an amazing Thanksgiving dinner at Talet down in Beirut. It's a cooperative type restaurant that brings in a different chef from a small town in Lebanon every day, and then they roll out their classic traditional foods, and that's what we enjoyed. Certainly the most unusual Thanksgiving I've had in exactly 50 years. Naturally, there's great shawarma available in Beirut, and Barbar was certainly one of the more fun places to go do that. But there's more to talk about. AUB, in contrast, did not exhibit a lot of change. Yes, there were some amazing new additions to the campus that are quite impressive, an engineering building, building for business graduate students, modern architecture added right to the quad where we all went to school. But it was definitely an oasis of calm and beauty, although there were feral cats all over the place. It's still located on the Corniche. That beach is still there. It's fun seeing it. I spent time with Palestinian students that the Bing Scholarship has helped fund, and it was a very emotional moment for me. And there are some amazing kids And I think anybody who contributed to that scholarship in the past has a lot to be proud of. Adding Jordan to a trip is a no-brainer to go see some of the world's most amazing natural sights. Impossible to even explain this place. It's mostly carved in sandstones after accessing through a 1 kilometer long slot canyon. There are one amazing temple after another, an amphitheater, but this was not actually a Roman colony. It is a must-see. For aficionados of desert travel, Wadi Rum is top of the list. It is the place where The Martian was filmed along with Lawrence of Arabia, and as you can see from these images, it was based on merit that it was done that way. Not quite as easy as getting to Wadi Rum and Petra is a trip into the West Bank, but it's surprisingly easy to hire a cab or sign up with Green Olives Tours and go out into some of the major regional hubs of the West Bank. I selected Nablus, and I did it by just hiring a cab for a couple $100 for the whole day. Worked out great. People very friendly. Food absolutely fantastic to sample, and I would highly recommend it, and I felt safe 100% of the time. This is kanafi, the famous dessert of Nablus. Fresh, giant pie. And away it goes. Uh-oh, here it is. So here we are. We're now trying the kanafi. And basically, it's simple. It's a layer of cornbread, sweet melted cheese, and honey. And then the most important thing to do is yum. Put it in your mouth and love it. Time for the next bite. In conclusion, Beirut is where East meets West. It's free, but it's constrained. It's beautiful, but it's filthy. It's certainly a fascinating and exhilarating place, and it certainly provides inspiration.